It's Meredith from Kitchen to Table, and today we're going to make my delicious Christmas pudding bites, which basically use either leftover Christmas cake or Christmas pudding. We blend it up in the processor, add some melted chocolate and spike it up with a little bit of liqueur, and then we roll them into balls and dip them in chocolate. And you can decorate them with some pistachios and cranberries or a little bit of extra melted white chocolate to make them look like little puddings. So I love these as a little treat to have with a cup of tea, and I hope you will too. So it's nice and easy. I've got some leftover Christmas cake and pudding from last year, which I've had in the freezer. I've just defrosted it and chopped it up, and we're going to just blitz that up in the processor until it's crumbly. So we'll do that now. So we've blitzed our pudding mixture, and that can just go into a mixing bowl. And then I have some melted chocolate here. So you want about 500 grams of pudding or cake and 100 grams of melted chocolate. I'm using dark chocolate just because I prefer that, but if you prefer a milk chocolate, please go ahead and use that. And then what this does, it just helps the mixture bind together and also provides you with that delicious chocolatey flavour. So scrape that in. Now I just melted the chocolate in the microwave. I did it for 1 minute on high, gave it a stir, then another 30 seconds on high, and then I just stirred it until all the chocolate bits were melted. But of course you can also do that over in a bowl over a pot of simmering water. Okay, we're also going to spike this up with a little bit of liqueur. So some orange liqueur would be fabulous. I've got this Brookies sloe gin, which is really yummy and has all that sort of spicy berry flavours reminiscent of Christmas. So I'm going to give it a good splash of this. And then mix that together. And then we're going to roll it into balls, and then we'll dip it in our melted dark chocolate. So once it's combined and sticky, just like this, it's ready to roll. So take, I guess, a good heaped teaspoon or a couple of teaspoons of mixture, roll that into a ball, and then place it on a little tray. I've just got a tray here lined with a bit of baking paper, just to make it easy to move around and to make cleanup nice and easy. So just pop those on and continue on until you've rolled all the mixture. Okay, so we've got all of the chocolate pudding bites rolled now. So it's just a matter of melting our chocolate. So I've got 250 grams of chocolate buttons here. I use Callebaut couverture chocolate, which is really delicious, but use what you can find at your local store. So I'm going to melt these in the microwave. We're going to do 1 minute on high, give it a stir, and then we'll do in 30-second bursts until the chocolate is nearly fully melted but still has some firm particles in it, and then we'll just stir it and use the residual heat to finish the melting process. And this is a cheats way of tempering chocolate, which I learned from Kristen Tibbles, who has a beautiful chocolate cooking school and store in Melbourne. So I'll get to melting the chocolate. Okay, so after a minute, it won't look as though very much has happened. Chocolate melts from the inside out, so it's really important after this first minute to give it a stir and just get things moving about. And then we'll return it to the microwave for another 30-second burst, give it another stir, and it doesn't take long, just a few minutes, and we'll have this bowl of chocolate melted. Okay, so after another 2 bursts of 30 seconds, you can see the chocolate is mostly melted with just a few lumpy bits in there. So what we're going to do now is just give it a good stir, and as I said, that residual heat will melt the last of those chocolate buttons, and it will also mean that the chocolate doesn't get overheated, and it results in a really beautiful, smooth, silky chocolate. So once you've got that chocolate heat fully melted, we're now going to dip the pudding balls into the chocolate, and then just set them back on the tray here, and then we'll pop them in the fridge to set. Now I do find that these keep best in the fridge. I just keep them in a little sealed container in the fridge, and I can, you know, just get one whenever I feel like one. They're great in the afternoon with a cup of tea, or after dinner, you know, if you sit down and relax in the evening with your cuppa. One of these is just perfect. All right, so once you've got that chocolate melted, it's just a matter of dipping. You can use a fork, just lower it in, bring it out, let the excess drip away, and then perhaps use another fork just to help you slide it onto the tray like that. And then it also, in that way, forms a little tiny base of chocolate that you know, makes it look like a lovely little pudding. So we'll continue on with the rest of these, and then we'll let them set and then finish our decorating. Another important thing to note is to make sure that the cake itself, or the pudding, is at room temperature. I've found that in the past, when perhaps I've taken some cake out of the fridge and then done it, the moisture, or the cold moisture, causes the chocolate to seize. So I find if everything's at room temperature, I get a much better result. These make a wonderful little edible gift as well. So you can pop them in a little muffin case, into a nice little box, and gift them to friends and family. Or if you're going for dinner or drinks party and you just want to take a little thank you gift, this is a fabulous idea for that. Okay, that was the last one. So we are now going to pop that tray into the fridge just to let the chocolate set, and then we'll finish our decorating. Okay, see you soon. Now at this stage, if you've got a little bit of chocolate left over in the bottom of your bowl, I wouldn't throw that away. What I do is, if we've got some leftover pistachios and cranberries from decorating the tops of the puddings, we can stir that through this chocolate and make just some little chocolate bites. Otherwise, if you've got some toasted coconut or some chopped apricots and almonds, stir that through this chocolate and then just dollop little spoonfuls onto a tray and let it set, and you've got some other little delicious chocolates to enjoy with a coffee. Okay, so we're now going to decorate our puddings with a little bit of melted white chocolate. I've popped it in a piping bag, or you can use a Ziploc bag just to make it easy to control. And we'll just pipe some little designs on the top here. Just a little squiggle, make it look like the icing is dripping over the top. This is optional, of course. You could just, while the chocolate is still soft, you could have just sprinkled over some crushed pistachios or rose petals or whatever you like. So this is just, if you want to get creative with your decorating, you can add this little extra layer. And the key is just to keep the mixture down low in the piping bag and twist it off so that there's pressure against the bag, and then just use your palm of your hand to sort of apply pressure and help the mixture come out. And then we're just going to crush some toasted pistachios, and I've got some chopped cranberries here, which we'll just sprinkle on top. And this will just add a little splash of colour. So there you have it, my little Christmassy pudding bites. They are absolutely delicious with a cup of tea, and just really festive. A great way to use up leftover Christmas cake or Christmas pudding, or in fact store-bought, is absolutely fine as well. Just pick up perhaps a Lions Christmas cake or Christmas pudding, and away you go. You'll make a really yummy little edible gift with that. So thanks for watching. We look forward to seeing you again next time, and yeah, wishing everyone a Merry Christmas. Take care. Bye.